Hey you! Yes you! Are you a nostalgia freak? Do you yearn for a simpler time? Then the WOC Archive is the place for you. We've got footage from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Culled from an old tape trader's collection bought off Craigslist. You'll find obscure and lost TV, news, interviews, music, sports, and everything in between. And it's all with original commercials. Every day a new tape, every day a new adventure. Subscribe today to the WOC Archive.
Crack, cocaine, heroin, those and other illicit drugs can be deadly. Listen to a prominent member of the Team Against Drugs.
I'm Tony Fernandez of the Toronto Blue Jays, urging you to be yourself. Too many lives have been destroyed because illicit drugs and life don't mix. The good life is one without drugs. So don't bow to peer pressure. Just live drug-free and be yourself.
This message brought to you by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
Hello everyone. Welcome to another WOC live stream. This month we've got something very special. That's right, it's Weed Month. It's 420. So that means we have to talk all about weed, and I've got a movie, the indelible classic, Dude, Where's My Car? Words that have never been spoken. Yeah, so that's the movie that we're going to watch is a recording of Dude, Where's My Car off CityTV. Probably from sometime in 2001, that's my guess. But this movie is...
That movie's not even that old, I don't think.
It's 25 years old. It's from 2000.
Yeah. Wow.
I know. Doesn't that make you feel super old to realize that Dude, Where's My Car is now 20 fucking years old? It seems wrong.
I saw a post online about the all new, all different X-Men, the issue that was sort of famous when Colossus and Storm and Wolverine joined the X-Men, and it said it was 50 years last week. 50 years old since that comic, and I said, that's impossible. It's only a few years older than I am. And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. It's because you're old. Just remember that you're old.
Too, so
we're all old stoners.
Here to talk I'm old enough that I've moved on past it, but you young whippersnappers just
young whippersnappers. Well, of course, Adam is here as usual, and as a special treat, a special guest, we have Alex McLeod, who gifted me the tape that we're going to watch here for the pre-show, which is a Canadian, I guess it's a Toronto-made PSA.
Shot in Toronto.
Yeah, it was all shot in Toronto, and it's called The Score on Cannabis. So this is the workbook that you gave me, which you say you don't remember giving me, which I think is
high.
Yeah, exactly, because I'm sure that you were on some cannabis and you weren't following the workbook close enough, and you forgot.
Oh, you thought he just got a score on cannabis? It was like a cheap deal somewhere.
It is pretty amazing. It is pretty amazing to think that, like, the messaging back in the day when we were kids, when we were growing up, was, cannabis is, wrong and we should be smoking it. And now the government quite literally sells it to us. I went and bought some today from the government.
Look at that.
No, we have to make PSAs that just tell you how to not get ripped off.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Now it's like black market PSAs. So, like, don't go to the black market. Come to the government. We'll give you the good weed, right? That's the way that it is.
Yeah, as Bill Hicks, the late great Bill Hicks would say, conveniently untaxed drugs are the bad ones.
Yeah, well, there you go. At some point, in like less than another generation from now, people are going to listen to Cypress Hill songs, and all their like edginess will be gone. People will just be saying, why are these cops just dealing with these farmers? Why are these all about agricultural problems they're having? All these cops want to steal my crops. Like, why are they taking
what
them
does
away?
That mean? Yeah, right. Oh, well, it's amazing to think that everything's changed so much, and to show how much things have changed. I pulled a couple of drug PSAs from our youth to watch and perhaps laugh at. You're going to remember both.
They're probably even older than us.
Yeah, they're definitely, they're like around our age, I think, but you're going to remember both of these, and one of them is now going to be stuck in your head again. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Hey, you ever thought about taking drugs?
Remember this one?
Yeah. I mean, I was...
It's not marijuana, it's just drugs in general, but this one is terrifying.
Yeah.
The first hit's free.
Ooh, yeah.
Remind me when you need more. The choice.
Like, look at this.
Yours.
the one mad scientist from the Muppets that had human hands and a long face.
Was that a picture of Al Capone that they flashed?
Yeah, I
It
think
was.
so. I think it was.
From concerned children's advertisers.
From concerned. That's the global
Dead
guy.
eyes.
You guys remember this?
No.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah. Some are good, some are bad. Yeah. It makes it look positive.
It does make it look positive. Drugs are positive.
What?
Do you remember this, Alex? Do you remember this being on?
I have no memory of this whatsoever. That looked like Will Grillo from Tim and Eric's show for a second.
If you were to replace the shots of drugs with someone playing on a skip it or like
Bop
some
It.
sort of
Bop
Nerf
It.
product,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely got that vibe. Ask your dad. This is gonna be in my head for days now.
they should be throwing a hacky sack full of water or something at each other, like some sort of outdoor play.
Or
toy
throwing
from the-
Nerf
has now
balls.
passed
Yeah,
Bill
some neon
C-45,
toy from the early
which
90s.
will legalize and strictly regulate access to cannabis.
Is that a U cut?
Yes. I just love the idea that, for all of our lives when we were growing up, it was drugs are bad, and now the government sells them to us.
And all drugs were the same. Marijuana, PCP, crack, heroin, they were all the one thing. And in all of these like propaganda pieces, whether it was good propaganda or not, you bought just drugs. There wasn't ever an episode where like, little Timmy's going to buy heroin today, or, it was all just a bag of drugs, a clear plastic bag with pills, needles, and joints in it.
Do you remember the DARE program? Do you remember when the cop would come? So I can distinctly remember the cop coming and opening his briefcase of drugs, which is exactly what it was. And then he explained angel dust to the class, and he pointed.
Always angel dust, because that sounded fun. So kids
I guess
attention.
that was the fun one, exactly. So they explained angel dust to us by pointing to the smallest girl in the class and saying, if we gave her some angel dust, she could take on like 15 full-grown cops. And
I've seen it before. Kids did knock them all over the place. You wouldn't believe it.
But he thought that was like a warning, and everyone in that class was like, can we please give this kid some PCP and see that shit happen, or some angel dust? That sounds amazing.
Kids, the last time I saw a 7-year-old girl in angel dust, it took 5 slugs to the face to take her down.
Yeah, this is great.
I mean, that was the messaging back in the day.
We talked about this on a previous episode. I don't know if it was video hosters or here. When we were mentioning that, when DARE came to my school, the cop was best friends with my aunt and knew I was in the class. So I never met him before, and he knew who I was and called me out by name. And I think everyone thought he was going to arrest me or something. And then he would use me as the speaking, acting out scenes with him. And then he came back to my class, and they wanted to film another bit for more DARE videos with us. I never saw it the light of day, but we were in it, and that was probably at the time period that I was discovering drugs. High school was a blur, which is why I'm the one who is, I just keep with my caffeine. That's about it, because I've already damaged enough.
You've done enough.
Because all the drugs are bad now because they are run by the government. So if the government likes it, it obviously can't be good.
No,
I guess that's kind of true. I don't know. This
well,
is
that
pretty
explains. It explains the rise in alt-right youth, who reject drugs and sex because the government says sex and drugs are okay now.
Right?
That's what they're rebelling against.
That's
true.
That's the
punk
flip,
rock, right?
That's the message flip.
Yeah.
Son
of a bitch.
I would assume that these still happen, but one thing that was, pretty prevalent on the news back in the day was drug busts, and there was always a local drug bust that would happen here in the city. And I was looking
through
a
drug dealer's lair.
Yeah, finding a drug dealer's lair, and I was just looking through some old news clips, and I found a local drug bust from Global, and I thought we should watch it.
Shit.
Police are hoping to take a bite
Do you know
out
what
of
this
crime
is,
last
Alex?
night when
Have
they
you figured
raided
it
a
out?
suspected home grow operation in Scarborough.
But as Global's Nathan Downer reports now,
Look at how red
Nathan Downer.
Of them.
What about Nathan Upper?
An unusual marijuana grow operation bust at this Scarborough residence. Police say the man arrested revealed a 7-foot-long
also why we
Cayman
invited you here.
crocodile lived in the basement. Police were stunned, but were not in danger.
It's not a Cayman crocodile, it's just Cayman, damn it.
Don't worry,
I'm a herpetologist, I know this.
Neighbors couldn't believe it.
And then we find out today he's got a pool in the basement and he's got an alligator in it. I can't
Oh,
believe this.
man.
I love.
He died.
It's absolutely craziness down here, you know.
I love his
Poor guy.
laugh.
I'm a
That
little
guy's laugh is
surprised, yeah.
amazing.
It's just a nice neighborhood and it's quiet. You don't think these things are going to happen in
It's
your neighborhood.
quiet.
Police say
Huh,
the
you never
reason
do.
for the crocodile being here is not to guard the stash, but because the
Come on,
owner of the
crocodile.
home is a lover of exotic pets. Inside are not only a crocodile and a pond, but also several rats inside aquariums and exotic fish. Alex McLeod studies crocodiles as a hobby and says the rats were probably
Studies
used for
crocodiles as a
Would probably
hobby.
be fed somewhere, animals ranging from rats to chickens to even goats as a source of food.
Wow.
What about?
Wait, was your neighbor
are they a
feeding
threat
this
to,
crocodile a
humans?
goat?
Yeah.
Well, with
Oh
most
my
He was
God.
feeding him
crocodilians,
everything.
they're
Crocodilians, I love it.
They're not pets. They're not the greatest pets in
That's
the
the
world. They will
proper
never
terminology.
calm down. They will never allow humans to pet
It just
them or
makes it
anything
sound
like that.
much more mature
But
and
at 7
scientific.
feet,
Yeah, oh
they
no,
don't
you
see
definitely know your
humans as a
shit here.
food source,
I can
but
tell.
they will attack if provoked.
38-year-old Richard Curtis of this address has been charged with various drug offenses.
So good.
So, Nathan, once they are able to take
Oh,
the crocodile
wow.
home, what's going to happen to it then?
Well, it's
They're
going to
gonna
be
shoot
removed
it.
tomorrow. Animal control and zoo experts are discussing this, trying to figure out where exactly they're going to take it. So at this
Wow,
point, they still
Nathan
don't really know.
Downer.
Bev.
Okay,
What a
thanks,
downer.
Nathan.
There you go.
Okay, a couple of things right off the bat. On camera, can I swear, by the way?
Yes,
Am I
of
allowed
course,
to do
yeah.
that?
Just fast.
Okay, so that motherfucker made me spell herpetologist on camera, and I couldn't. And he still left it in, and I was terrified that he was going to leave it in. So I had to go run home and find and Google it on the computer how to spell herpetologist and give it to him. And I said, please, for the love of God, don't put that on the news. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was doing. Second thing, I tried to adopt some of the rats that he had.
Oh, that's nice.
But they wouldn't allow it. So I ended up adopting a bunch of other animals from the same place that had the rats. And number 3, years later, he's on CBC, and he's on CBC right now, and he's like, one of Canada's most trusted journalists. They're like, no, don't trust him. He will try to embarrass you on camera if you're a teenager. He will do that.
Sell
to
you
you.
downers.
Don't trust him.
I don't know. I don't think you should be embarrassed. I think it's pretty great to be known as as having.
Oh
Alex,
my
you
God.
pull that off. It's only funny because we know you. If we didn't know you, that was just like that's totally,
Yeah, I
totally
think
works.
that's a great. You're very knowledgeable. It comes across.
You know what? I reconnected with a bunch of neighborhood friends that I hadn't seen in 20 years, about a year ago or two. And every single one of them went up to me, oh, dude, I told everybody you were on the news and we were talking about it in Laurier the next day. I'm like, really? Me?
There you go.
You guys remembered me?
Well,
then you
Scarborough used to be really boring back then. Now everyone's got crocodiles.
You gotta send them this link so they can watch.
Cayman, damn it, Cayman.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And I tried to correct him about it, too, off camera. I think that's why he kept saying crocodile, insisting on that name, because I tried to correct him off camera. Maybe that's why he tried to embarrass me, because I was being too much of a smart ass.
To the news? Oh, my God.
Oh, well, you seem very knowledgeable, and I'm so happy that I had that clip and that
And
it
it was-
ties in with
I
this.
am
It's
too.
beautiful.
Thank
Still
you.
before, or it was, it could have been pretty close to the time when crocodilia, the drug, was being all over the news.
Yeah,
at that time.
Wait, sorry, what?
crocodile.
Crocodilia?
Or
I don't know
just
this.
crocodile.
There's a-
It's the Russian
Yeah.
drug where you stab yourself in the hand to get like a crazed upper, but then it starts to rot your hand. It causes you to get like
Yeah.
flesh-eating disease.
What?
And it looks like crocodile skin, so that's why it was called crocodile. And I don't know if it's still popular there, but it was like the most popular illicit drug in Russia for a while.
And then
Like, it was
bath salts
destroying
came
the
in. It was like
country.
the thing just before
Yeah.
bath salts. So it was like the gag of
before
like
bath salts.
zombie guys were taking crocodile and then doing bath salts, so they were rotting and crazy and naked.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
naked, rotting crocodiles.
Wow, aren't drugs great?
Oh, yeah.
Only Batman could stop him.
Oh man. All right. Well, Adam, you're here. And that means there must be a couple of shitty trailers to watch. 'Cause
Absolutely.
you always bring the quality.
Let's play them in the order that
He
I
brings
did them.
the shit.
Because
All
the
right.
one's sort of famous, sort of. The first one probably no one knows.
All right, here we go.
From Daryl Hook.
Oh, okay.
He's already in the process of making a sequel.
For more than 100 million years. What happens when
This is
one
Tron
snake
5 footage of it.
partakes in one of man's favorite vices?
Let me make sure I understand you correctly.
Arcade bro.
You blew weed smoke into a snake's face, and somehow it gave him mutant powers, and now he's eating all of our edibles and all of our weed, and he's gone on a fucking killing spree?
Coming on 420, this snake gets baked.
A baked snake. Okay.
The Sicko Ape on the TV.
Fuck you! Oh, he's really happy about watching that.
I mean, you gotta be high to watch.
Oh, look at that deep. Oh,
Oh yes.
But you
That
gotta be
movie
high
is
when you're watching
horrible.
Psycho Ape.
That's a really swaying snake. Owie!
Oh,
I love
I'm
that
wearing
he-
a spirit animal shirt. This guy's repping all sorts of films that have been at Terrible Fest.
I love that he has a framed Renfield poster on the wall behind there. Of all the movies to frame. Oh yeah, I know all
guys.
these bands. Yeah, those bands. They're great. I mean, 40 ounce beans.
Snake. Blazing your
So
way
loud.
in 2025.
blazing away.
He was slithering literally this way and that. Everything Daryl hugged.
Oh, good for him. He's finally made it.
Oh, here comes quality.
Yeah, right.
You are one nasty bitch, dude.
It's not just the evil bong. It's the penultimate stupid full moon movie.
Oh, is it?
Get your little ass over here and smoke this shit.
Can it be Gingerbread Man? Oh,
Wait, is it like?
Life gives you limits.
Of course.
Of course.
Yes.
And that's Gary Busey, right? That does
Only in the
Gingerbread
first
Man?
movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
In the first movie, they kind of like got Gary Busey to record it really fast, be done with it, so then it actually sounds better when it's not him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nuts out, I feel you. It's so good to see you. Rabbit? I have learned from my past mistakes.
Who the hell is that?
What did he turn into there? Some sort of...
He said, I got turned into a doobie.
What the hell am I? What the fuck are you?
Here's Gingy.
Oh,
Boo.
That's the best they could come up with. That's sad. That's sad.
I mean, it is full moon.
Boo, boo the puns.
Boo.
He's the ginger dead man. Of course he has to have stupid puns.
The first trailer looked way better than that. I'm sorry. That's enough of that.
Charles Band is such a hack. What a...
Oh, he's an awful human being.
And sadly, I own that movie because I
Yeah,
needed to collect my Ginger Dead collection, but
Well, how could you not?
Probably the worst. It's yeah. But and then there's like two sequels to that. There's two Ginger Dead Men versus there's like a giant Ginger Dead Man, then they have a family together, they have babies or something.
Wait, the Ginger Dead Man and the Bong have babies together?
I think. Like from each other or something. I don't know.
Oh man, that's...
Does it get any better?
No.
Or worse?
We do get a human-sized Ginger Dead Man at some point.
Great.
Hmm.
That's what the world
All right,
needs.
well.
Well,
Yeah,
those
that's
look
like a
great.
movie.
That
It's
first
not
one looks
TV.
really fun. I'm very perplexed by the Renfield poster on the wall, though.
Both
If
making
you could-
Shrek Crack look
you could
like a
find out.
masterpiece.
Oh well, I mean, Shrek Crack was something else, but that's just the crack.
Stay off the crack, kids.
Yeah,
you don't
just
need
stay
to
off
run
the
for
crack.
Canadian politics.
Both Shrek and regular. All right, so let's get to the score on cannabis.
Unleaded.
We can just. Do you want to read the photo play or no? We'll watch the whole thing. Yeah, let me.
Look
bring it up.
at the back of it. Let me see. It looks like it's like a blood splatter. That's
Well,
on the
this
back.
also kind of looks like a crack pipe, right? Doesn't
Yeah,
it? Sort of.
it looked like a bullet hole in a blood
yeah.
splatter. I thought it was like a copy of Sin City or something.
And it says it does kind of look like it. It's the Addiction Research Foundation of Toronto. So they're the producer.
Yeah,
of
which,
this.
well, I looked them up, and after that one movie, they didn't do anything after this. I don't know why, but
I
I
mean,
think it's
maybe
just a
we'll see.
one-time thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, you'll see.
Maybe.
All right, I'll get comfy for this.
Yeah, all right, here we go.
Oh, man.
I
The opening credits are a trip.
I mean, the production values in this are actually pretty good, and it's a full-on story and everything. So
It was all made with local high school students as well.
Remember that great sex ed tape that we got that was made by high school students in town?
Yeah.
Wow.
And how awkward it was.
Yeah. It was so hard to make fun of them since they were real people and we knew where their school was.
That felt good. Yeah, I'm telling you, Gary, if you hadn't have sunk that last ball, we never would have made it. Thanks. The Jackson comes through. Listen, I'm starved.
That's what Michael used to say.
Nah, I don't know. I gotta do some work for my math test tomorrow, and then the video championship.
Especially around high school.
I'm gonna go down to Al's and practice tonight. So is Tina going with you?
They just let the camera roll here. There was no.
Yeah.
She's so excited.
Just talk. Talk like kids.
These are also high school students, and they all look like they're 35. Because that's just the 80s.
Well, yeah, everybody looked super.
This is why they had to stop
80s.
doing drugs.
You get the car.
Well, this is also what people really looked like in 1983. It wasn't all pastel colors and neon green. That didn't come up for years after this. You know,
Yeah, that was the
there's still
memory.
that awkward period. Yeah.
This one guy just in his towel whipping another guy. It's the one naked person who's whipping everybody else. I don't know.
Gary.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fucking the audio up. Oh, that was a good. You could really hear that whip on one of them there.
I swear I saw porn that started like this. It's very weird.
I think half of every porn in the 80s started like this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it's Canadian. This is no different than Littlest Hobo.
No. Actually, the production values are better than Littlest Hobo in this movie. Yeah.
This does have the CBC sheen to it.
Yeah, it's almost the Beachcombers level.
Is that we're gonna
Hey, one more whip from the guy in the towel?
Is it Littlest Hobo and then Beachcombers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
And somewhere in between there is Bizarre, that show that started.
I love
Oh,
Bizarre.
yeah.
How bizarre.
But I liked it. It was
It
really
was a
good.
dirty show. I love that show.
Yeah, there was like the two versions. One aired on HBO or on Showtime and had boobs, and then the
Yeah.
other one aired on CTV and they cut it around it somehow, or had like different camera
Well,
angles.
But it's what brought us
and
Super Dave.
they censored all the swearing, too.
Yeah, right.
Because they had a classic swear word sound. Sound effect. That was the whenever Super Dave got hurt, he had this specific foghorn when he's.
Hey, great game you guys played. Excellent. 2 days to the playoffs. What do you think your chances are, Mike?
So it's 2 days to the
Oh, boy.
playoffs. What
Now,
playoffs
what
do
do
you
you
think it's
think-
going to be for?
Yeah.
We're dealing with number one here.
Hey, as Canadians,
I still got a
and
lot
with
of
plot,
practice
remember
to
what
do,
happened to Ross Riddley?
I plan on winning.
That's true.
That's
Yes, it won't be a real
I'll pick you up
sporting
at 6:30,
event.
Tina.
right. Yeah.
No. But I like how they keep it, kind of coy what they're going to be doing. I mean, it looks like they're basketball players, maybe.
Yeah.
But, I
But
don't
no,
know.
we'll see.
No.
They just show up in an
you'll
orgy
see.
at the end. Like, what the fuck? What's going on?
He's got a new car. Hey,
Oh, I wonder where this
who's he
is.
picking up?
Oh no, can't tell from here, but some babe.
Some babe, bro. Yeah.
Canadian
Oh,
Wilkes back
Jesus.
Potter there. What's going on?
That's a nice little car. Is that an MG?
Driving in a little British car.
I mean, this could be any part of the city.
I think we geolocated it to somewhere in Scarborough at one point. I think
Yeah,
we
that
did.
tracks that they would.
Oh,
find
is
some
this
stuff.
guy
Yeah.
the drug dealer? Is that how he's got the money or
Should I
something?
take it out, Rick?
Yeah, it looks like it.
I can't remember. It's been a while.
Tell you what, guys, hop in and
What? Some
Man,
butt
hop in
drugs
where?
from this guy?
They're gonna. How the hell they get?
Oh, look at that!
Oh my God! No,
Imagine
come on.
that.
Okay,
Whoa!
that's in a classroom film. Like they're basically saying don't do drugs, but if you want to ride on the back of a car like that as a bunch of kids, go for it. No problem.
1983, like
Yeah.
safety belt rules were new.
That's true.
That's true.
You gonna go to Karen's party this weekend?
Oh, the wrong kind of Coke.
Oh, is that Coke Classic? That's the bad one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, right. That's it. Cocaine and Coke Classic. That's the only thing to worry about. He's still gonna put a straw in it and stick it up his nose. So.
Speaking of losers, Rick's gonna be at that party this weekend.
Oh man, that would
You
burn.
know what that means?
Lots of drugs.
Not
There's
that I
now
would know.
You know
Coke
what that
family.
means.
Don't worry about it. Don't you
Famille.
understand? Rick wants you bad.
It's
What
Canadian,
are
so you
you
got both.
talking about? He knows he's got you, Mr. Whiz Kid. He's got the whole school.
Mr. Whiz Kid. Just
So
whiz in
what
this
do I
cup
have to
first
do
for your
with
drug
anyone else?
test.
Tell me. You're the school hotshot.
That's
Ooh,
the
the
school
school
hot
hotshot.
The school hotshot.
He looks great.
Anybody else
If you could
does
describe
is
a human being as
their
great,
business.
that would
All
be
he did
him.
was his business too.
He definitely looks like
Talk about
the
messed
nerd
up.
kid
His
who gets
brain
killed
is fried.
second in most slashers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's
Come on.
fry our brains on this stuff. I gotta go soon.
Fry your brains on learning.
Hi guys, how's it going?
I'm high on
So, have you
education.
beat my record yet, Karen?
Like his, hi guys, how's it going?
Keep
There you
working,
go.
kid.
Here's the big game.
Yeah, I love that they set it up like it was going to be sports, but no, it's just a video game tournament. I guess that's what was cool, right? They wanted to reach the kids, the Utes. The Utes were playing in the arcades back then, right?
That's right. And half the kids watching this were already stoned, so how else are you going to keep their attention, you know?
Yeah, well, that
Wait a
totally.
sec. Here.
I mean, yeah, drugs and video games go hand in hand.
No, quarters, okay? Can you get me some quarters, please?
Did we watch this once at the shop once, like a long time ago?
We've
We
watched
did.
clips of it.
Right. Okay.
I showed the whole thing. I showed the whole thing for Cheech and Chong up in Smoke.
Right. That's what it was.
This was
Yeah.
the pre-show. And then one of the audience members points out one of the actors here and goes, "That's my old boss."
Right. It was
That's
Adams
like,
yeah. Worked for the
that's
one of
so cool.
teacher that's in this or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And Bannums used to smoke pot at his job back in the 80s, and he said this guy tried to catch him and fire him and would always give him a lecture about smoking pot on the job, how it would rot his brain and everything.
Look, man, if you're so relaxed.
Wait, is this guy smoking a J in the arcade?
Yeah.
I mean,
you
could probably smoke cigarettes in the arcade, so they weren't. Unless
I
they
guess
were,
that's true. Yeah, he's probably
Yeah.
smoking a cigarette, which is filthy. Smoking
He did say if you're gonna
indoors?
smoke a J and get relaxed, he did refer to it as a J,
That's right.
unless it was the James brand of cigarette.
Dumb, you know.
Yeah, it's the J brand cigarettes.
James brand, yeah.
He'll be so laid back, he'll probably forget where the machine is.
Why don't you shut up, Jackson? You
Yeah.
can't try anything new if they pay you.
Yeah, fuck you, Jackson.
Enough
Jesus.
already?
Well, they're really pressuring him.
Look, I don't need
Drinks
that.
is
That's how it was done back in the day.
Do you remember getting pressured into purchasing marijuana?
No,
I never did.
never, no.
Yeah, that persona
If
of that
anything, it
guy.
was-
Red eyes and giggles.
Yeah.
Listen, and that concept too of the first one's free, man, as if that was their plan for
Oh.
sales. Like no one ever was cheap enough to do that.
No, never. Nobody ever gave it away for free, and you had to beg people because it was in such short supply.
Yeah.
You know, that's why you would have to pay double or 3 times as much. Allegedly, I wouldn't know. You know.
Right.
I don't need it and I don't use it. So leave.
So leave, man.
Oh, so leave, man. Get out
I
of
watched
here.
Cartoon All Stars to the Rescue. They taught me not. I don't need it, man. Bugs
Oh,
Bunny
yeah, we
said
should
I
have
get
watched
from the
that.
top.
Cartoon All Stars.
Oh, that's a great one. That's classic.
Find the intro where George Bush and Barbara Bush come in to tell you how important this video is.
If anyone
That's-
knows about addiction, it's Barbara Bush.
Oh, yeah.
Addiction. Wait, what?
Why don't you share some with Mike?
You know he's not
Yeah.
into this stuff. He won't even smoke a cigarette.
What a loser.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
never been high before.
My
Wait,
Coke can's
how can
filled
you
with
know
PCP.
everything's So clear.
It's Angel
so
Dust.
sharp?
She's gonna take on
Well, we
15
know.
cops and have to.
She just flips on a whole pool table. Starts crushing
That
the
would be
ball.
amazing.
Gary Jackson.
Oh, can we rewrite this so that's what
You need to
happens?
Tell me that he'd listen to Gary before he
It's,
listened to
Oh, we got to redub this entire thing.
Yeah, okay.
the stuff.
Avenging Disco Godfather with the what drugs is he on? What drugs has he taken? Angel dust. That's the worst one.
Where is Bucky, and what has he had?
Yeah. Which is like so borderline to the room with the like, what kind of drugs, Timmy? Here.
You gotta
What
be
kind of
careful when you
money?
Put it in the food.
Man, so many people smoking in the background. It's so gross.
Yeah.
And they're not
woman just lit
condemning
up
that,
on
by the way. This is 1983, and nobody's being condemned for smoking. Look, ashtrays.
Yeah,
right
it says
there.
please use ashtrays.
Surprise. I mean,
Yeah.
Because there was a possibility that people were just tipping it on the floor.
Yeah, just
It's a pool hall, for fuck's sake. So.
God damn.
I gotta get him Coke.
I gotta get a new Coke.
I gotta do another line.
Do another line.
Ooh, I like the Yanni score, and this is tight. He's like, I don't need Coke. I just smacked the shit out of Centipede.
I thought he was going to smack her for a second.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it. I don't think hitting the
Fuck you,
machine's
Missile
gonna help.
Command.
Oh, what's that?
Whoa. Dominion!
Dominion?
Yes.
That's what that
Yeah,
is?
maybe it's a Dominion.
Yeah.
They used to have the big separate
Oh.
letters like that.
I think that's Victoria Park or near Victoria Park Station.
Yeah, okay.
He's got all that health crap.
There's an
down
SO.
the team figures he can do without it.
What about the girl? She can turn him on.
Oh yeah, I've got
Were
her
drug
hooked,
dealers
but,
going around trying to flip
it's
kids
scary that he
like
listens
this?
Well, I hope you plan on doing something.
At least I never noticed it. I mean,
Yeah, like,
I didn't
I-
grow up in downtown
Okay,
Toronto.
good
Maybe
for you.
there that might have happened, but
Steve, man, no
it's,
rough stuff. These guys are my friends.
Listen,
Well,
Mac, think
I mean,
about
this
these
guy looks
things.
like he's dealing way more than
Man,
fucking
we
marijuana.
don't need this jerk anyway. I mean,
he,
we got
actually, he
back
looks like an
to
undercover cop who's telling you
yeah.
that he's selling drugs.
Yeah, that's true.
How many times do I have to tell you? We get Mike, we get the rest of the kids.
I get those glasses, though.
What? If you get Mike, you get the. How important is Mike to the social structure
Mike
of the school?
is,
Turn Mike on.
it's been established, Mike is the linchpin of the school. If he falls, they all fall.
That's why he has the money. That's why he bought the car.
Oh, look at
That's-
that.
Look at that big bag of
That's
sand.
like $5 he gave him.
That,
That's like
was- that just looked like a bunch of oregano.
You guys keep watching this
So what happened to you
undercover
last
narc
night?
here.
I
It
thought
just
for sure
reminded
you'd
me of
break your
something
own
I have
boundary.
here.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Oh,
Not mine.
uh-oh.
Do you think Coke sponsored this? Do you think they paid for the sponsorship
Stay
here?
clear of Rick and his junk.
I totally believe they did that. I mean, he's drinking a crush, and crush is owned by Coke, so that's what's
He
happening.
passes it around, but he almost never takes a toke himself.
I mean, if anything needs to be dealt with from an addiction perspective, it's,
knows it can hurt him.
fucking Coca-Cola.
Stays away from this stuff.
Yeah, it's all that caffeine and sugar. So the movie has established driver safety is not cool,
Yep.
smoking is cool,
Yep.
and caffeine and sugar addiction is cool.
Yeah.
What about you?
But
That's
marijuana,
what-
no
A
go.
couple times.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that would be the
Makes
worst.
you feel lazy.
Oh God.
You see things brighter. You feel smarter. It makes you feel like you're on top of it.
Oh God, there's a narc.
I know, that's what everyone
Oh
says.
Oh my God, a narc showed up.
So wasted, you know.
Oh my God.
Strong and-
You want to buy some drugs? I'll hook you up, guys. You can totally trust me.
Where you going? Listen, I'm late.
Yes.
Wendy at
Yes.
6 o'clock.
Oh, you look like little orphan Annie had a really bad fucking life after Daddy Warbucks died.
Fuck you and your Warbucks. It's a hard
Oh.
thug life, bitch.
This is very pivotal scene coming up. Right here. Oh.
You want? I want to get a few things straight, okay? I don't want you messing in my business. Now, Mike can take care of himself.
Yeah, I don't like your business.
Mhm.
Mike doesn't like your business either. And Tina, you've got her so
Oh.
sold on it. She's convinced that everyone will like it.
Yeah, well, maybe she's right.
I don't like your business.
Well,
Sounds
listen,
like a
Mike's
pyramid
right, but
scheme to
we're
me.
sticking together on this one.
Oh
Listen,
no.
jerk, I don't want you telling me what to do. Now, Mike is my business, so back off.
Oh. What?
Whoa.
Yeah, that was more of a slapping sound.
Oh,
Oh my God, did he just stomp on that kid?
Yeah.
Curb
And
stomp
that's the
someone to
last
the
time
American
we-
History Act.
That is the last time we see him in the entire movie,
He's
too.
dead.
Oh my
He's just
God.
gone. His character's
Got
gone.
my notes. He'll be here. He'll be here.
Sure. Here, Karen beat your record last night. See you around.
Oh, a girl beat his record. Uh-oh.
I like that
Then
she's
your
just
ass.
like shaking as she's saying that.
Let me shimmy it.
So where is
Oh, look
Gary?
at that bag.
Not the first
Where
time I've
is
heard
Gary?
that.
And what has he had?
Why don't you just look, Gary? Of course.
Look.
Look, of course I understand, Gary.
This guy
Now,
sounds
take
so
care of yourself.
Canadian.
I'll see you in a couple of days.
E.
See all right?
Yeah, when's the
He's
celebration
always
day
okay,
for
but
those who do E?
he's been ground.
Let's see. Like, you know, it's like 420 is not supposed to just be for drugs. It's supposed to be the police code for marijuana back in the day. But what's the police code
Yeah.
just
And
for
Gary,
finding
do not
E
see
on
eye to
someone?
eye on a lot of things.
We have-
E Mondays?
Yeah, when's K Day? An all show just about ketamine.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Weed can't hurt you.
Well, I'm sure there was some ketamine
just
being
makes you
had
feel
in the
all
set of
warm and
Dude, Where's
everything.
My Car? So
Yeah,
it still
bro.
would be
Oh,
apropos.
Have some. Do you want to try it just once?
My aunt was talking about for having a heart attack. They were putting in the splints. It's just like, and I'll tell you, ketamine doesn't sound so bad after trying it out that night. That's what they give you so they can keep you awake while they put that in.
That's fun.
She's like, I'd almost borderline recommend it. Saying that to me like last weekend at a funeral.
What you do is up to you, but stop
At a funeral of all places.
Yeah.
I am
Scottish funeral, so we're all pretty much like laid back and just relaxed anyway.
Yeah.
Apparently doing ketamine.
Well, that is at Scottish weddings they throw that instead of rice.
I'm sorry.
It's the only way to get
ketamine jelly beans for all the kids.
It's just, I know it could help you win the championship.
How?
Yeah.
Winning the championship, it means a lot to me. But I've got to do it on my own. Girls can make you see things that aren't there.
He's got morals. No,
Has that happened to you?
No.
No.
The negative things for fucking
Why don't you go home?
pot for me is that like I have time lapses because I just sort of zone out and we're like, oh shit, I just stood here for an hour.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I've never I've never hallucinated on marijuana.
That's even the reason why I did experiment in heavier drugs, because I was disappointed that stuff didn't happen. So I was like, when is it gonna happen?
Stuff does affect your mind.
Yeah, and then
really...
you went right to heroin, right? You
Right.
were just
Yeah.
like, you know what? This isn't doing it for me. I need to chase that dragon. Bring me the dragon.
I need to see a dragon at least. Yeah.
Doctors are against it. Stay out, I mean.
Bring me the dragon.
It said that shrooms just sort of makes it look like the room's breathing sometimes.
I mean-
That's about it. But
I mean, it makes sense that Little Orphan Annie turned out the way that she did, based on.
It's a hard knock life.
Yeah.
Hard crack life. Space Dungeon.
Space Dungeon.
Did they make up a name for that? They had like real machines there.
Yeah, it's
Are
not
these like the Mexican knockoffs of the real games or what?
It's just a Canadian.
This is the guy who
That's-
Adams knew.
Okay, tonight's the
That's
playoff.
David Badham's boss
Yeah,
right
this
there.
is possible, but yeah. And he also looks like the guy who's in The Drugs Are Good, Drugs Are Bad.
Yeah, he does kind of look like the dad. You're right.
Or whoever that adult male is, because those are a lot of kids, and I don't think they're all his.
Individual winners will return to
No.
tonight for the
Well, that's
city
a
I know with a
One of those
mustache
kids
like
got a
that, they
receding
might.
Yeah, right,
hairline.
maybe.
You know the mustache,
Bosconian?
the mustache that Big says. Really?
Bosconian. Is that what that says? Like, are you reading that? Bosconian.
You got that?
Yeah,
All right.
Bosconian.
What does that mean?
For who goes
Boss
first?
clan?
Heads for the Blitzers,
Boss clan?
tails
Boss
for the
clan?
Blitzers. Here we go.
Bosso clan.
And it's heads. Blitzers, you start the game.
Oh, somebody's
seamless.
blitz, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's just like shaking the cameraman behind the
He's just
camera.
wrecking the fucking deck.
Yeah.
That's it, Terry. 3 minutes are up. Okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
All score.
Yeah.
280. Okay, Karen, you're next. Ready?
Are you
We're
ready,
getting into the
Karen?
concept that kids PSA, especially in the 80s and the big boom of the like, back when Nancy Reagan really pushed for that big anti-drug campaign for kids. That was a time period where they would show generic drugs.
Yeah.
There's an episode of like Different Strokes where she's on it. And she shows up at his school to tell him not to do drugs, and they show you drugs. And it's like this one person has a joint, 3 pills, in a little vial of something. Like they were just carrying all 3 of those things around at the same time.
Well, that's how you do that.
That is an episode that's specifically on drugs and Punky Brewster, and she has a little lunchbox, and it's the same thing. Also in Cartoon All-Stars The Rescue, there's like 3 joints, 100 pills, in this big pile of what is maybe rolling papers or something. I don't know what it's like a bag that's tied up a million times. So that's my problem. I didn't know what to look out for. I didn't know what to identify.
That's right. You had to rely on the police to show you what to look for.
Right, yeah.
Exactly.
And then they would plant it on me, the bastards.
That's what I was scared of when the cops would come to school, is that they would, arrest me. As you say, like I was afraid that they would arrest me in front of my classmates, to make a point to scare the shit out of us.
Right, you're like, I didn't have any drugs, but I already knew at
Just to make
7
a
not to
point.
trust the cops.
I wasn't ACAB before they started doing that.
All right, here you go, bud.
Ready and
Oh god, that sweater. Oh.
This family Coke that I have here, it even has a power button on it.
Well, you gotta turn that. You gotta turn your Coke on now.
37,900.
Just like
Is it
she
working?
could to drugs.
Okay, Mike, let's go again now. You ready?
She could turn them on to it.
You all set?
I mean, like, logically speaking, wouldn't the marijuana make this easier for him? He'd be able to focus better.
Would it?
I don't know.
I don't think I could play video games longer when on pot, but I don't think I play them any better. That was like the whole thing with Ross's reality when they were like, "Oh, that could have been used as a help and aid that drugs,"
Yeah.
and he's like, "I don't think I snowboard any better being all on pot."
Yeah, but there's no skill in this.
42,700.
I guess
It's
there
just
is
button
some.
mashing.
I guess there is some skill.
Oh, too bad.
It's just because you and I have just forever button mashed in games doesn't
Yeah,
mean that.
it's true. I have no skill when it comes to video
Karen,
games.
congratulations.
Neither do I. Which is why we're gonna make you play a video game on the next Video Hosers.
Oh,
We're bringing it back.
I can't wait.
And you're gonna be stoned while doing it.
Yeah.
Hands, guys. Have a good game tomorrow night, eh?
I like Karen. Karen's
Have
got
a
a
good
good
day
sweater.
tomorrow night, eh? That was the most fucking Canadian thing I've ever heard.
Oh no!
Edibles? Do they bake it
Slipping
into
a wheat
a
brownie?
Yeah.
She gave a wee brownie.
Is this supposed to be
him.
his girlfriend? Yeah, like I don't understand.
Yeah.
Well, she's now become his girlfriend because she's trying to, for the drug dealer, he said you can get her to turn him onto it because he likes you. So now they're a couple.
So the drug dealer's using this girl as a prostitute, in effect, to
Who's in turn being used by the guy with the mustache in the car. It really is a
It's a
pyramid.
3-level conspiracy.
Yeah.
It is a pyramid scheme, yeah.
How's it going, man?
Yeah.
This
What
is
if I
awful.
just fucking play this shit you fucking have?
Look at
Oh,
how
he just
ripped-
conveniently shows up.
He's so ripped, you can tell.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So apathetic.
I mean, that's not unlike me on pot. For the days it was just like, whatever, I'll go to work
I
later.
don't even see it. I gotta go to the John.
To the restaurant next door.
Papa John's.
Papa John's.
Like, do they think that they're gonna win, that he's gonna win because he's stoned?
She's just,
I mean-
just doing the deal for him, and maybe she believes
Yeah.
that. The leather jacket dude doesn't
Yeah.
believe that. He doesn't give a fuck.
Okay, guys, let's
No.
get it together, eh?
Yeah, it's so
Hey, you
good.
hosers, let's get it together, eh?
The city
I'm gonna play some video games. Take off.
Take off, eh?
Somebody take off that high score.
You're right there, buddy.
I also like to play the pinball.
Mike!
Mike.
All right, you both know the rules.
I hope I don't look that stoned when I'm high, because, like, come on. He
No.
looks so ridiculous right now.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes.
It's usually when I've been drinking on top of it.
Yeah.
Call it, Mike.
Ooh.
Here you go. Toss him up, big guy.
But he's such the most over the
Are you
top
feeling all right?
stoned.
What's wrong with me?
He looks more than all right to me.
It looks more than alright too.
What's wrong?
I'm into it. He looks better now. He's hot now.
Go get him.
Why is his inner voice sober though, and his outer voice is stoned?
Yeah.
Isn't your
I
inner
don't
voice
know.
sober when you're high?
I mean, I'm just like that when I get up in the morning. So
Yeah, it's just,
other people have to wake and bake. I'm just like that for the first hour of my day.
I feel good tonight. Let's play. Oh.
You can do it, Mike. You can do it.
Well, edibles do hit harder.
Well, yeah, but
Ooh.
did he take an edible? I guess that's what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
He was
planted him
forced to-
with the brownies.
But didn't she give it to him the night before?
That was she's been
no.
constantly giving it to him.
Hey,
Yeah, there's a couple of gaps here. Oh,
you mean
oh.
this educational film wasn't well scripted? That's a surprise.
Karen, come on.
Yeah.
Content.
They probably should have been smoking pot.
You okay, Mike?
Yeah, I'm fine, all right? Just do it.
Yeah. So weird. I don't get angry or pissy like that when I'm stoned. It usually
I
chills
do.
me
No.
out.
Because I just want to sleep. You're like, just leave me alone.
Or just shove her.
Just pushed her out of the way.
Oh.
my God.
That's too much energy. That's too much effort at that point.
Yeah, that's cocaine right there. That's coke talking.
Maybe they laced the brownies.
He's actually like freaking out now. He's the LSD.
Mike, something's definitely wrong.
Yeah, I just can't think straight, that's all. Hey, what's going on here, Mike? You're stoned, aren't you?
I'll fuck you up for being stoned!
Smoke up.
It doesn't smoke up.
Have you?
Come on, all right? Like, maybe it's just something, I got a sore stomach out. Maybe it's just the brownies or something that Tina gave me, all right? Brownies?
Brownies?
Mike, I'm sorry. I thought it would help you play better.
And I think we all can admit this. In our times of attempting drugs, you've smoked a bit and you're like, I know what to do with this. But then someone gives you a brownie and you don't realize how much it is, so you eat the whole goddamn thing, and you're like way worse than it's like ever hit you in any just random smoking.
Yep, definitely.
Especially before the time of like edibles, and we were making the shit ourselves. We didn't know how much to do.
How
and
to
what
dose
do with
it properly? Yeah, totally.
It wasn't just Rick's fault. That Rick.
We gave one stoner friend like a little bag of cookies on his birthday. He took one at the beginning of the night and then snuck another one in while we were out at a bar, and then he disappeared and we couldn't find him till the next day. Like we thought we lost him. We thought he got mad and left. He's like, no, I just freaked out and like everything was in slow motion, so I had to go home, and he slept for like 24 hours just after taking only 2 of them. So that's why we didn't hear from him until the middle of the next day, because he woke up and it was dark again.
Karen, why don't you take him out of here? I'll take care of Rick.
Oh, she's crying there.
Hey,
I mean,
wait a minute.
what?
I didn't
We smoked him
win
out.
this fairly. Do you think we could...
He'll be back.
All right, I'm gonna just pause. I can edit this back together.
A few moments later.
We're sorry to tell everyone. Alex, something as terrible has happened to Alex.
He disappeared. His internet got 2 stones, and it just wouldn't let him continue, so he had to drop off.
All of a sudden, the smoke was coming out of the internet, and therefore, we knew this is almost done. Just like this poor guy playing, he's totally. Can you get me out of here? Or maybe he has an old disk drive and he put one of those cookies we were talking about inside there.
Win this fairly.
That could be
We
it.
could play again.
Well, okay, how about tomorrow night at 7:30? You should have warned off the guy by then.
By
Do this all
tomorrow.
over
Yeah,
again.
that's fair.
Okay.
I
He's
guess
like permanent. We're gonna find out that he's permanently fucked up because of
he's
it.
just high forever.
Yeah.
Oh, there's his friend.
Oh,
that
his
came
friend
back.
is there, but he got stomped in
okay.
the head. Oh, he got stomped in the arm.
That dude broke his arm?
After the punch in
Holy
the head and
crap.
the broke his arm.
Remember, don't fuck with drug dealers. They'll break your arm,
And
apparently.
Are we not putting charges on any of these people?
Yeah. There should be at least a couple of charges laid. Dun, dun, dun.
Cheryl, Simard,
What's this song?
Mike, and Tina and Gary.
Gloria.
Gloria.
Gloria. That's what it sounds like. That
Oh
Gloria.
no, Ken was AI. Oh, no, he's Al.
Ken White. Ken me. So my Uncle Ken.
I had an Uncle Ken. You never know. It could have been yours.
Carlos Hicks. I don't have anybody in my family named Ken.
I don't have anybody in my family. And Buzz. One guy's called Buzz.
Scott Dunlop.
The producer of the animation group that did Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue. His name was Buzz Potmakin.
Really?
Real fact.
What a
That's
perfect
absolutely-
fucking name.
Yeah. Gloria. Yeah.
Does it sound like Gloria?
Yeah. Ken White's back. He was also the editor and that. So
Oh my
all
god,
these,
that
all these
Gerd. That dude's name is Gerd.
Gerd Crummy.
Crumray.
Crumry.
Oh, we got
Ron
the scientist.
Wideman. That was one wide
Oh,
man.
Mr. Ron Wideman.
Well, before I end up like Alex, I realize I'm not plugged in.
Oh no.
It's a cursed episode.
Oh,
I was too
it is a
high, I
cursed
didn't
episode.
remember.
Oh. Oh my god, this has gone wonderful.
Okay. All right. I'm back.
Well, there you go. There's the score on cannabis. It's too bad that Alex's modem got stoned and he had to disappear.
He got too sleepy.
He got a little too sleepy, but we're so happy that he could join, and I'm so happy that he gave me this tape and the workbook that he does not remember giving me because obviously he was too high.
All I can say, though, is kids, watch out for crocodiles. Or caimans. Sorry, caimans.
Especially the ones on angel dust.
It's a small crocodile that can flip 5 grown men.
5 grown crocodiles.
Oh,
yeah. All right. Well, let's get to Dude, Where's My Car? But first, before we do, I have a special announcement. Next month's live screening is going to be live, actually live. We're going to do it live from iSource Cinema, and we're going to do another Great Canadian Shorts special.
Will it be as great as the others?
Well, we'll see. I mean, that's up to the shorts and the audience as to whether they determine that some of them are good or not. But yeah, we'll have a whole slew of Great Canadian Shorts that were produced for or by the viewers of First Choice Super Channel. And you, the audience, will get to choose live which one you think deserves to win our now 3rd annual Great Canadian Shorts special. Here
I
at
hope
the
there'll be
WCR
more
Cup.
ducks.
I hope there'll be more ducks. Little quackers.
There's that little duck, little quacker there.
I just
Yeah,
love
little
those
quackers, yeah.
little quackers. All right, enjoy. Dude, Where's My Car? Happy 420, everybody.
Remember, the first one's always free.